Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see I'm working in a traveler's notebook, and this is the one I do about the books I read. Still working on 2020, and today I am doing this one, The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry. I really enjoyed this book. I'm not sure that it would be for everyone. It's the story of an older gentleman who receives a letter about a friend of his that he used to work with who's dying. She's dying of cancer, and it brings up a lot of different feelings in him. He's unhappy in his marriage, not really happy with his job, and well, he's mostly retired by this point, but realized he basically was just getting by. He wasn't happy with his life in general, and decides to take a pilgrimage to, sorry if you can hear that. It's my family upstairs. I'm talking about something serious and they're laughing. Anyway, to get back on track, he decides he's going to take a pilgrimage in order to go see this friend. So it's all about the things that happen both internally to him along the way and what happens in the outside world. It's quite interesting. And I did this as an audiobook. I got it on Chirp, which is where I get most of my audiobooks these days. So if that sounds interesting to you, that's what it's about, and I hope you read it. All right, I've pulled out a bunch of my stuff that's book themed, and I bought this not too long ago, and I think this is an older one. Well, no, this was 2020. Okay, for some reason I was thinking it was older, but it was done in 2020, so not too old. But I wanted to use this so badly, but the colors don't match. Not really. I mean, maybe I can use some of the darker ones, but there's nothing that really screams, use me with bright green. So I don't know that that's going to work, but I have it. And then I have all of my little bits and pieces, scrap things that I save, because when I use my TN, I don't like to cut into brand new things. I like to use scraps if I can. So we'll just see what happens today with this one. So here's something interesting. I just opened that pack of paper. Here you go, Wild Whisper, in case you like this. I did not realize that all the paper it's a slick surface. I thought it was cardstock that had a matte finish, just because that's what I'm used to, but it's actually a little shiny, and it's a smooth surface. So if you like that, great. If you don't, just letting you know that if you buy this and you find it somewhere, be prepared that that's how the paper will be. So that was a little bit of a shock. I still like it though, so that's fine. And actually, here's the one that I'm thinking I might use. I like the idea of it being crumpled because he gets a letter, and this is paper, and his life becomes kind of crumpled up by getting this letter. It throws him for a loop, and he has to work out the kinks, essentially. So I think I might end up using this paper after all. All right, I have glued down my background paper here, so that's what that looks like. I think I'm going to place the photo more towards the bottom, just because this one is more in the upper half. So to give it some nice contrast being next to each other, I think it might be better down here. But then I have to figure out how to fill this space. And I might actually trim this down a little bit more, just so I can get a little bit extra room. I do want to have some journaling, but I don't want to put white on top of this, so I think I might have to do some larger labels and maybe layer them or something in order to be able to get all of that on there. I pulled out a bunch of my blue labels, and I didn't have as many big ones as I thought that were in the right colors. It's lots of other shades of blue, but the lighter ones, tougher to come by. So I've pulled out 4, and I may actually just layer these. They're much thinner than I thought. I was hoping for a bigger space, but if I layer them, maybe I can get creative with that and make it work. In order to make sure that I had enough labels to fit what I wanted to say, I did have to do my journaling now. So I've written that all out. Now I'm going to adhere it, and most of these I'll need adhesive for. This is the only one that's actually a sticker, and then I will have to cut the edges off of some of them so that they align on the left-hand side. I have all of the journaling labels attached there, and I like that, but I feel like I need something over here that's green. I have found these stickers that I have. I'm thinking about using this round one because I don't really have any round elements in there. There are some curves right here though, and so having this would play off that to have that little curve element. And I'm thinking I might do this stamp here that says reading time and put that right in the middle. It'll barely fit, it'll be tight, but it'll fit. All right, I stamped on there and attached it, and then I decided I might like a little bit of black washi there, but it would have to be something fairly narrow because there isn't a lot of space here. I discovered I don't have a lot of narrow black washi. This is pretty much the only one I have that doesn't have a music print or some other obvious thing on it. So I'm going to try a little bit of this one and just see what I think. It's awfully dark, and I could cut up or cover up the partial word that says the, because you don't really need that. Let's see. If I don't like it, I can take it back up. You know what? I do kind of like it. It adds a nice pop in there since I've got black here. Then this brings that in, and of course my journaling is in black. So you know what? I think this one is done. Yeah, there's nothing else I want to do there. So here's a simple one in my TN about books, part of my series, Read and Review. Thanks for watching.